Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we're going to be going over who really was Mr. House in the first episode. So, there's been a whole lot of controversy about this. Is it Anthony House? Is it Robert House? Well, today we're going to be just going over that. So, who is Mr. House? Well, of course, we know Mr. House is the founder, owner, and sole ruler of New Vegas after the Great War. But before the bombs fell, he was just a genius-level industrialist and futurist who accurately predicted a nuclear war and prepared for it decades in advance. Born June 25th, 2020, he's the CEO of Robco Industries, and he specializes in robotics, AI, weapon systems, and space-age technology, using advanced calculations to partially save Las Vegas from nuclear destruction, and preserved his own life using life support chamber, extending it over 200 years. Mr. House believes that humanity cannot be trusted with democracy after the apocalypse, and that progress only comes through intelligent authoritarian control, and that stability and technological advancements matter more than individual freedom. By the events of New Vegas, House rules through securitron, surveillance, and carefully controlled propaganda. He presents himself as a calm and logical, but is deeply controlling, paranoid, and unwilling to share power. Wow, that sounds exactly like Howard Hughes. Howard Hughes was a real-life billionaire industrialist, aviation pioneer, and film producer, one of the wealthiest and most eccentric men of the 20th century. He was born December 24th, 1905, a major player in aviation, aerospace, and defense, founder of Hughes Aircraft Company, and purchased and controlled large portions of Las Vegas real estate, and became increasingly reclusive and paranoid later on in life. Sounds a lot like someone else we know. But why does this matter? Because Mr. House is very clearly modeled after Howard Hughes, reclusive billionaire, Las Vegas power broker, tech-obsessed futurist, paranoia and isolation, and myth versus reality identity. So when the show shows these two different houses, it's not random, it mirrors with the real-world mystery that surrounded Howard Hughes himself, because guess what he used? A body double. In later years, Hughes became extremely reclusive, paranoid, and obsessed with secrecy. To maintain control without appearing in public, he refused public appearances entirely, communicated through trusted intermediates, allowed associates and aides to act on his behalf, and let people believe that he might appear without actually appearing. Almost bar for bar with Mr. House, besides the end, but also confirmed by the creators, his character was based off of Howard Hughes, and it would make perfect sense that the man who's trying to prepare Las Vegas for the end of the world and trying to protect Vegas from the end of the world would be using a body double to take care of all of his business and public-related events. And some may say, oh, well, that's too much of a risk. How? Imagine a very wealthy man came up to you and said, I'll pay you millions to be me, get all the perks of being me, and all you have to do is always be me and be my little gimp. Maybe not that last part, but in the trailer, he is shown parading Cooper Howard through the Lucky 38 to presumably Mr. House. This scene right here puts it all perfectly in picture. We know the type of man Mr. House is. Do you think he's going to let some Hollywood big shot stand in front of him in the elevator? No, he's going to be smoking that cigar right in his face. And it seems in the elevator that he's kind of dropped the Mr. House persona. But even on top of all of this, why would Mr. House allow his brother Anthony to sit at his master control terminal, a room we know Mr. House was probably the only person allowed in beside his Securitrons, and on top of that, the immense risk of having the man that took his father's company from Robert out from underneath him and is suffering what seems to be major mental illness in the later ends of his life. He put traps and turrets all throughout the H&H building, sent all the staff home. Before that, did not let them look him in the eye. Do you think that man is going to be fighting guys in the back alley? No, he looks directly in the eyes with that bald dude. It's just, the theory makes sense. In a way, it could be him, but why? why would he have his brother helping him? Why would his brother be making the exact technology that he thinks people can do just by looking in his eyes? No way. On top of his brother not having an ounce of any creativity in him, all he did was steal the company and reap all the benefits of it. And quite frankly, I think this whole theory is a bunch of BS. I mean, I understand people don't like House and all, but how does this genuinely make any real sense? It's just a bunch of people who heard about his brother going, oh, it has to be his brother. Go in the game, go through that building, and you'll immediately find out, oh, this bro is crazy. But why would House even need a double? You know, he has the Lucky 38, he has his robots. Does he really need to be out there? Yes. As shown on the TV, Mr. House is getting a lot of money from the government, and that's for all of his defense contracts, all of his robot designs. I mean, this man's got to be in the public eye a lot. And, you know, if he figured out probably 20, 30 years, we know it was decades before the bombs dropped that he knew they were dropping. This man is going to do everything in his power to get ready for that. These businesses don't matter in the long run when he knows the world is going to end. So, what do? You have someone pretend to be you. You don't have to deal with all that stupid business stuff. You just say, this is what I want, you get it done, you're me, I believe in you, I definitely have some crazy blackmail on you. That's definitely what happened. We know Mr. House is not taking any chances, especially if he has a body double. Not only is Mr. House working on the chip actively at this point, probably finalizing his designs on it, he's also trying to outfit the entire Lucky 38 with lasers, probably stashing Securitrons in there, also probably cleaning supplies to, you know, get rid of all that nuclear fallout off of the buildings. I mean, look at how the buildings look in New Vegas. This man was prepared. I wouldn't even doubt that he had building materials, paint, toothpaste, food. We really don't know, and that's something I hope we get to see more in the show. But first, let's go over Anthony House. Anthony House is Robert House's younger brother, referencing in Fallout New Vegas primarily through dialogue and background material rather than on-screen appearances. Anthony and Robert had a deeply strained relationship. Robert viewed Anthony as unstable, irresponsible, and unfit for leadership. The brothers became estranged long before the Great War. Robert deliberately cut Anthony out of his life and future plans after Anthony stole his entire father's company from him, right from underneath him. Anthony House is described as antisocial, paranoid, mentally unstable, and prone to erratic and disturbing behavior. According to Robert House's own accounts, Anthony exhibited signs of serious psychological issues. He was not trusted with power, technology, or responsibility, and his behavior reinforced Robert's belief that only he was capable of guiding humanity. Anthony is not shown as a mastermind or a secret genius, but as someone fundamentally incapable with Robert House's vision of control and order. Anthony House did not survive into the post-war world. He was not preserved or cryogenically frozen or secretly hidden. Robert House made no effort to save him or include him in his survival plans. Robert House planned obsessively for the future, and Anthony was certainly not a part of that. But, in conclusion, Anthony lacked discipline and intellect that Robert valued. He showed mental instability, not calculated control. Robert would never trust him with anything, especially after what he did, or to represent him. And there is zero evidence Anthony had any access to any Robco tech, Securitrons, or life support systems. If anything, Anthony exists in the lore to contrast who Robert House is. One is a hyper-rational authoritarian who is calculating and cold, and the other is an impulsive, paranoid, and extremely unstable, from shown in the documents inside of the H&H building. The bottom line is, Anthony House isn't some mastermind or replacement for Mr. House. He exists to show us what Robert House feared becoming, and why Robert believed only he deserved to shape the future. I hope that helps clear up some of the confusion. I do understand understand where this theory comes from, and it could have been cooler if, maybe Anthony was a different type of character, but who we're seeing is Mr. House in one of his many different facades. Of course, he would have a body double. It just fits in perfectly with his character. And with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed the video today. If you'd like to see more of my stuff, please subscribe and please leave a like and comment. I love chatting with you guys and arguing with you guys in the comments. It's what I do. So, without further ado, you stay safe out there, Wastelanders. Also, shout out to my boy Skilap for making me a new intro. Thank you very much, bro.